South Bend? Let's give it up for our host, Jenny. Let's give it up for Rob. My name is John Freitag, and have you guys ever wondered why our buttholes can taste spicy but not sweet? Like, why do I have to feel the burn of a pepper twice? When all I really want is a sweet kiss from a Twinkie. Don't I also kind of look like I should be headlining that When We Were Young festival? I'm just missing the eyeliner, a lip piercing, and a sexual assault charge. I even got like an edgy band name picked out. It'd be My Clinical Depression. Okay, this is America. I can't afford therapy. It'd be My Self-Diagnosis. And I'm not actually depressed. I just spent the last 36 hours playing video games in bed and watching other people play Dungeons and Dragons, because that's what happy people do. And I don't want to kill myself, but somebody recently told me I look like Machine Gun Kelly. So I get it. I recently went to Chicago for a bunch of open mics, trying to get my name out there. But I always hate driving to Chicago, because the traffic's the worst. It always gives me the worst anxiety. But it had been a while since I've been there, so I told myself it was all in my head, that it wasn't going to be that bad. It was. And I always know when I hit Chicago traffic, because I'm driving along like I'm in the movie Driving Miss Daisy, which I've never seen, but I assume Miss Daisy enjoys speed limits. And everyone else around me is driving like they're in the Fast and the Furious. Only there's no Vin Diesel character to pull up next to my car, nod, and go, family. It's just a bunch of serial killers hopped up on Frappuccinos. Like this one in particular who wouldn't let me into their lane as mine was quickly ending. So I get in my head, all right, some small dick asshole boxing me out. I eventually get behind this Jeffrey Dahmer on wheels. And they have a bunch of pink breast cancer magnet survivors on the back of their car. So I'm the bad guy. I'm the small dick asshole. Now I'm the one with the lump in my chest. Because she's strong. She's a hero. She's a survivor. But for just 1 second, I wish she wasn't. Like, I'm glad she gets to live a long life and it wasn't cut short, but for the smallest amount of time, her pink ribbons had me seeing red. And I'm glad she gets to live a long life and go home to her friends and family. But for the smallest moment, I wish we cut federal funding. While I was driving along, I was listening to the radio, and a song that predominantly features the word hose came on. The chorus goes, "You can't turn a hoe into a housewife." And it's pretty catchy, so I was getting excited to sing along. And as the chorus came out, I belted out, "You can't turn a hoe into a housewife." But the radio betrayed me and went, "You can't turn it into a housewife." Which I get, we're censoring the radio for kids, but like, where are my hoes at? Plus, like, what's the end goal? I know as a kid, when I heard something missing from a song, I looked it up. That's how I learned most of my curse words. Are we just trying to create more verbose bullies? They'll be out in the playground calling each other petulant ragamuffins or pedantic plebeians. I've worked with kids. They're going to swing faster and harder on that condescending asshole. So here's my plan. We unedit the radio, put the original songs on, so they at least know how to use the words. Don't use the N-word or the other F-word, because how delightful would it be to see an 8-year-old finish the last piece of birthday cake, throw his fork down, and go, "Fuck, that's delicious." Or at least put WAP back on the radio, because the alternative, wet and gushy, somehow more vulgar. I am recently single and dating. Give it up for me. Woo! But it's made me realize I need to work on my greetings and goodbyes because they're not very COVID friendly. Just last week, my dad came to one of my shows, and as he was leaving, I went in for a handshake, and he went in for a pound it. So then I went in for a pound it, and he went in for a handshake. Then finally, I just pulled him into like an awkward one-arm tug, but then on instinct went in for an open-mouth kiss. I stopped myself, because I'm not from Alabama. But if this keeps up, I'm going to wind up in bed with a stranger for saying hello. I made a Tinder because, duh. It read, 6'4", loves the outdoors, loves to work out. And it was working out great. I was getting a lot of matches. But the problem was, it was a bunch of rock climbers. Which makes sense, I like broad shoulders and a big back. But the problem with rock climbers is it's their entire personality. Their favorite genre of music? Rock. Their favorite actor? The Rock. Their favorite drink? Anything, as long as it's on the rocks. Their favorite movie? Marley and Me, because even these monsters need to cry. And they're always talking about hitting the wall or hitting the boulder, and I'm just like, I need to hit this bong because you are too much right now. Plus, they always got chalk on their hands, so you know you're getting a dry hand job. So I changed my profile. Now read 6'4", still important. Will pay for dinner. Spit on me, and it's working out a lot better. But the weird thing about dating at my age is I'm 28 years old, and that's like right around that age where my peers are deciding if they want to have kids or not. And I'm still deciding like which belt to choke myself with while I jerk off tonight. I'm thinking braided leather. In my short life, though, I've had many jobs. I've been a cook, a machine operator, a reverend, and a delivery driver. So what does that mean for you ladies out there? Well, I can cook you dinner, operate a battery-powered device, and have you praying to God, all in 30 minutes or less. Or else the breadsticks are free. I got 2 more for you. I'm assuming we all had one of those weird sex stories in high school that spread like wildfire, and a friend of a friend always had proof of it, but nobody ever saw it. Ours involved a girl, her dog, and some peanut butter. And while everybody else was concerned like what this would do for her college career or what her parents would think, I was over here asking the hard questions like, well, what kind of peanut butter was it? Was it creamy or crunchy? Was it Peter Pan peanut butter? They just had their salmonella recall. I'm young. I don't know if that's sexually transmitted. And now finally, just a piece of advice for you guys. If you're writing a letter, use a pencil. If you don't have a pencil, use a pen. If you don't have a pen, use a marker. And if you don't have a marker, use your blood. And if you don't have blood, you got a lot bigger problems than writing a letter. Have a wonderful night.